Hi, it's Timothy Carlson here. After Rambo 3, there were no new Rambo movies for a very long time. People wondered if we'd ever see John Rambo in action again, Sylvester Stallone's most famous character after the boxer Rocky Balboa. But in the mid-2000s, we actually did get to see John Rambo again in a film directed by Sylvester Stallone himself, the only time in the series that he actually directed. The movie I'm talking about today is Rambo, originally released in 2007. I'm going to unbox this release and share my opinions. Brief disclaimer, there are theatrical and extended cuts of this movie. The movie was released theatrically under the name Rambo in the United States, but the extended cut and what was seen overseas was often known as John Rambo. So the movie actually technically has two titles. There's our close-up of an older John Rambo. Spine text. Back cover. In the package, we do get the Blu-ray copy of the extended cut of the movie, and we get the 4K disc of the movie, which includes an audio commentary with Sylvester Stallone on the theatrical version. This did originally include a digital code as well. The ultimate American action hero returns with a vengeance. After spending years in northern Thailand operating a longboat along the Salween River, John Rambo reluctantly agrees to carry a group of Christian missionaries into war-torn Burma. But when aid workers are captured by the ruthless nationalist army soldiers, Rambo leads a group of battle-scarred, combat-hardened mercenaries on an epic last-ditch mission to rescue the prisoners at all costs. Again, after Rambo 3, there weren't any Rambo movies for a long time. Whether that's a good or a bad thing, I guess, depends on the viewer. The series got increasingly cheesy and far away from the roots that David Morrell had developed for the character. I wasn't exactly someone who was jumping for joy wanting a new Rambo movie, but I have to say, sometimes it's good to be proven wrong. Rambo, the 2007 film, is easily the best movie in this entire franchise since the 1982 original. This time around, John Rambo has to spring back into action to help a group of missionaries who are trying to deliver medical supplies to those in Burma who are being abused and attacked by an enemy regime. Of course, Rambo's reluctant to take the challenge, but when he finally goes, all hell breaks loose, and of course, the hardened Vietnam vet proves himself more than up for the task. This movie is extremely violent. It's one of the most violent films I've ever seen in my life. Once it starts going, it absolutely does not stop. It does not die down. The bad guys really feel the pain here, and John Rambo delivers it in the most entertaining way possible. The movie actually has considerably more depth than its predecessors outside of First Blood, which was a slightly more cerebral film. And it actually uses a modern real-world conflict as the basis for everything that's going on in the film, something I think is going to actually cause the film to age a little better than some of its predecessors, which were just all-out 80s cheese that might not have aged the best. Everyone here gives a fantastic performance. The violence is gritty and brutal, but it's also really necessary to tell this story, seeing these pacifistic missionaries and the horrors they have to witness at the hands of these Burmese enemies. It is by far the best film in the Rambo series since the original. I'm not going to say this movie exactly looks at this conflict in the most intelligent way possible. It is an action movie first and foremost, but again, Sylvester Stallone certainly does right by the character of John Rambo here. It's a great sequel I don't think anyone was asking for, but was likely happy to get. From what I've read online, this 4K release of Rambo, aka John Rambo, is actually a 2K upscale. The colors do look a little flat at times, but detail is pretty good. It does look natural and filmic, and the addition of HDR certainly does help in more than a few scenes. There are certain elements that really get that nice color boost, and overall, I think it's a fantastic looking disc. Again, it's probably not going to be home theater reference material because it does look a little flat in places, but I don't think fans will be disappointed. Oddly, most of the bonus features here are actually on the 4K disc. We have featurettes on the weaponry of the film, the music of the film, and pretty much everything in between. Like I said earlier, there's also a commentary track with Stallone himself. The Blu-ray disc includes a production diaries bonus feature as well, so that's certainly worth checking out too. Rambo is one of those movies that just came out of nowhere and revived a dying franchise, kind of like what Stallone did the year prior to this with the film Rocky Balboa. It's a great movie, but again, absolutely positively not for the squeamish. One of the most violent I've ever seen, but a movie that brought John Rambo back in fine form. Easily the best movie in the series since First Blood. Very highly recommended, but not if you're offended by violence. How about you? What did you think of Rambo, aka John Rambo? Do you think it's the best movie in the series since the original? Where would you rank it overall? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content. I'm always posting new videos. And make sure you give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm TLT Carlson. I'll see you next time.